Right, this is where you go through the gap and then continue on the other side of the railings. Now I'm holding my right hand, which is easier for me again, because I'm right-handed and I can grip with my right hand. Luckily. Well, that's the way I went back last time I came along here from the Farmers Access Road. I went right away along the top path and then down, back down towards those railway sleepers, over the little brook. That's where it brings you out to, more or less. And you pass a turnstile gate, which you can go through and get around the farmers' fields and go that way, across all our fields. Right, so I'm back up onto quite a flat farmers quad bike track type thing. So obviously this is an access road for the farmer to come down the ramp and come along here if he needs to. The droplets are getting quite heavy now. Shit. But as you can see, this is all cliffside as well. And I can see the drops coming through the trees now as I'm high up. When you're down there, you kind of feel them because the water's got to come all the way through the canopy, so it slows it down. But just as you get to the top of this ridge, you can start to see the traffic going along the road, and then you drop down a steep bank and then come up the other side. Yeah, the rain's coming down a lot faster now. Shit. Right, so when you see all these dead trees across the path, that's where the track goes down steep and round to the right and then back up the other side. When you come to here, you think, oh shit, dead end, can't go any further, but it goes off to the left downhill. I get my tissue out and wipe my lens because there's probably droplets of rain on it. That's the next thing that you've got to be careful of when it's been raining. Droplets of water land on your lens. So when you go to watch your videos back later on, it looks terrible. All you can see is droplets of rain and it distorts your picture. You can definitely hear the traffic now. Load of little trees that they've cut down and piled up on the side of the road here. And they've lined the edge of the road with the logs that they've cut down. Morning.
Morning.
Can't miss him in that bright yellow jacket. Well, so far so good, these new socks that I've got on at the moment. They're high up, you pull it up and they just about come to your knee, so they give you a bit more warmth as well and support your legs. Right, so that's it down to the bottom, and now you've got to go back up again, and it's quite steep here. And then you get to the end of the path and it turns to concrete where the road goes up towards the farm. I thought I heard somebody else talking. Right, so those whitewater rapids and drop downs is just down there. Yeah, you can just see them down there through the trees. Hiya, excuse me, are you local? Do you do this walk all the time?
Yeah.
Do you know where you go across the farmer's access bridge here to get the other side of the A69? Then it bends out and drops down the ramp. Then it bends out the right again. Yeah. What I want to do is go and visit NAFFERTON Castle ruins.
Oh.
Do you know?
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah. Last time I came here with the dog, when I got down to the bottom of the ramp and got round the corner, there's a big double gate, padlocked shut. Oh, right. Of course, I couldn't pick the dog up. He's a big XL bully, so I was wondering if you knew where they were and the path through the hedge that you can get down to them.
So is it that farm there?
That's with thingy, but it's called NAFFERTON ruins of Castle. So what you've got to do is go up this ramp here towards the farm. You cross over the bridge that goes over the top of the A69. Yeah, and then there's a road bends right to the left. It drops down the ramp.
Yes.
And just as you get to the bottom, it bends round to the right. And I came across a wooden double gate, which is padlocked shut. Of course, I couldn't get the dog underneath, or I didn't want to try and pick him up and throw him over because I'd had to do it on the way back. Right. But on the maps, the ruins of the castle look just directly as soon as you cross the road, where the burn continues up the road.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know where the aqueduct goes across the top here?
Yeah.
There's a little deer, also a hare.
No, we didn't walk that way, but
yeah, no.
I didn't know about the castle.
Nobody knows it. I've talked to quite a few local walkers, but hardly anybody knows about it.
No, all I was thinking is
that farm, they're a bit awkward.
They're quite bad on public rights way across there.
Well, actually, when I crossed the bridge, the road bridge, there's an actual single gate, which is a public footpath. You can go through and start walking across the fields, but it's all barbed wire and all at the far side, so I couldn't get back to the left to go further on where the gate was shut. So I'm come back today to try it again. Yeah. And because I haven't got the dog, I'm just going to climb over and go along the road so far and see if there's a gap in the hedge where I can go down to the left where it is. Yeah. Supposedly on the map.
Oh, I don't know what it is. No.
I'll look it up. Yeah.
Well, actually, there's a chap back there walking his dog. He was local, and he was going on about. He says, years ago, they didn't get a license for to build castles here, but Prudhoe Castle did, and that's why they abandoned it and just knocked it down. So it's just ruins, what's left of the castle. Just on the other side of the A69.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny here because of putting the 69 across, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, years ago we messed around trying to get in, along by the, down in the Dean. Yeah. But you sort of can't get any further because of the 69 going across. So I mean, that must have changed the access completely when they put the 69 in. And
that's why they had to put that bridge in, of course.
Well, normally I go down the side where the railings take you down to the bottom, on top of the aqueduct, and I cross over the top of it and then start going back to Origin on the other side of the burn there, going that way. But when I came here last time, I just went up the main road here towards the farm, then cross over the steel bridge that takes you across the motorway. Yeah.
So that's another thing that's annoying about the 69 is that they put all these. I mean, it's great that they put the bridges in for the farmers to get across. But I mean, they're terrible on pedestrians or cyclists. I mean, it's really dangerous. It's a really awful crossing. Yeah.
That's why I've got to have Bear. I've got a big XL bully. I've got to have him on his leader constantly, especially when I get close to the road, because I would hate to run on the road and get killed.
It's a terrifying road. I mean,
it's a really extremely busy road.
Yeah, and I say there's places where I think they should have. They were probably planning bridges, and they never, just for ordinary people, and they didn't get built.
Well, talking about bridges, do you know where the wooden steps bring it up to the top path here, further down there?
Yes, yeah.
Well, they've actually put a new boardwalk across where it was all muddy and really deep mud, thick and slush. So they've actually built a brand new boardwalk. I've just come over it. So that's really good news.
Yeah. No.
But where they need to build one is where you first come into it, where the hillbilly huts are.
Yes.
That landslide.
Oh yes.
Where it's about 25 foot of just pure mud water. They should need to rebuild it again.
And it just
Well, after heavy rains and snow and ice, it does.
Yeah.
That's why they've got to keep doing it.
Oh well, good luck anyway.
Yeah. Well, enjoy the rest of your day anyway. But just have a look at it when you get home. NAFFERTON Castle ruins. Right, so there you can see the grass barrier now, and the car's flying past, and that's why it's lethal. I mean, if I had really high up welting boots, what I could do is go down and go underneath the aqueduct and just walk through, because it's not that deep. Just wade through the water until I get to the far side, then come out at the other side of the A39. But I'm hoping I can get over the double wooden gate. It looks like they're going exactly where I'm going now. There used to be a pathway down there what people would use to go down, and you can see the wooden railings where you go down, keep a hold of the railings as you're going down because it's quite steep, and that takes it down and along to the top of the aqueduct. And you turn left just here, just as you hit the road, you go down by the wooden railings and keep a hold and go all the way down to the bottom, down there. Then there's a gap in the wooden railings, you go through to the right, then just continue along the path, and it takes it to the top of the aqueduct. So when I'm walking along this way with the dog, as soon as I get to the top of those steps, I've got to try and grab a hold of him, get him on his leaders, but sometimes he nicks off and runs away, little shit. So I start panicking in case he comes forward and gets close to the bloody road. Right, so there's the access, the farmers' access bridge to help the farmers get across to the other side from this side. Right, so I'm going over the bridge and I'm going to walk down the ramp on that side back to that tree line, and that's where the road bends out to the right. But there's a double wooden gate padlocked shut, like I say. So well, the wet stuff's stopped now, thank God for that. And I'm out the trees now, so. Right, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to wipe my lens again. But that tree line there is where I'm going to be walking along so far, and look to see if I can find a gap in the privet to go down right next to the water again over there. If you look over there on the other side of the road, you can see the arrow sign with Whittle Farm written on it. So you turn left and come up the ramp, and it brings you over to this side to go to Whittle Farm, which is over there to the right. But at the top of here, there's a single gate that you go through, and then turn left and go over the bridge. Well, my camera must be continuing to record, hopefully, and I haven't changed batteries yet. Right, so this is where I was last time I came here with Bear. And I'm on his leader. We went through the single gate, then crossed over the heavy duty bridge over the motorway. You can just see the house of Whittle Farm just over there. So there's a big, huge padlock on this metal gate as well, but obviously the foreman's got the key to that. But you go through the single gate here. Now that's what they should have done on the other side where I'm going, had a single gate to get through, instead of having a bloody big double gate padlocked shut with a huge padlock on it. It's more like for a motorbike chain, stop pinching motorbikes. Right. So obviously people travelling along the A69, they get to that sign where it says Whittle Farm, they turn left to go up the ramp, and it bends around, brings you over the bridge here, and that's where people go to Whittle Farm, which is over there, look. So that's the way you would go to get along to Whittle Farm. Right, so there's your weight restrictions for this bridge. Weight limit 32 tonnes and only one vehicle on the bridge at a time. So it's sturdy enough. But I'm now crossing over the top of the A69 motorway. Dual carriageway. And there's the ramp on the other side where I'm going down. So if you look down there where the crash barrier starts, that's where that single gate is I went through to go forward again to see if I could get down below the tree line again. So what I could do is go down the ramp and come up onto the side of the road and walk along the barrier and then drop down, see if I can get to the burn that way. Bit of a scramble, like, it's doable. There's an aeroplane taking off from Newcastle Airport. So as you can see, it's a busy road going from Newcastle to Cumbria. East to west. Right, that's the single gate I went through when I came here last time. It says public footpath, so I walked right along the privet there to the far side, and what I was going to do was try and find a way to get back over here onto the road at the bottom here to go along and see if I could find the ruins. But when I got to the far end, it's all barbed wired off and this and that, so that was a failed attempt. Right, so that's where you come up the ramp if you're coming up here to go to Whittle Farm, for the traffic to come up here around there and cross over the bridge to go to the farm. Right, I'm just going to drop all the way down this road ramp now where I was last time. Shit. And if you look further up the road, further up, you can see another bridge going across the motorway, but I don't know if that's like an access bridge from the farms or just a public bridge to help you get across the motorway safely. Now when I got down to the bottom of here, there was railings missing from the bottom of the fence where I could have like ducked underneath and walked down the ramp to see if I could get closer to the waterway. It comes underneath the road and go that way, but it's all like trees is like grown up right next to the fence. So I've gone through and get ass across the hill. But I'm going to go down to the bottom and see if I can just climb over the gate this time. But I think what people have done, they've gone down here, they've gone through the fence here and gone to the motorway and walked along on the inside of the crash barrier until they get to a place where they can drop down to the top of the aqueduct from the other side coming through here. We'll see anyway. Wait until I get down to the bottom. So when you look at the map, you follow the burn right over on this side and it shows you bits of ruins of the castle directly in this tree line as soon as you come over to the other side. So it's just here somewhere, but it's getting to it, you cannot, it's a pain in the arse. Now because it's colder weather now as well, my camera shouldn't be getting as hot as it does when it's recording 4K. Right, so people have probably climbed over the handrails here and then walked along the top, along the inside of the crash barrier so they're safe, and then got to the corner, then dropped down to where the burn comes underneath the road. But there's some more sections down the bottom corner here where it looks like people have gone through and underneath. There, I've got under here. I'll probably squeeze past this bit tree here and then went down that way. Well, this is where I got to with Bay last time I was here. And I think that could be electrified fence up there. So this is the chain padlock I was telling you about. And you can see there's a wooden fence going all the way down there, past that tree. So I think you'd have to duck under there, squeeze past that bit tree there, and start making your way down. And just duck under them trees there, and go right down to the bottom till you meet the burn again, then just continue along. Well, I'll stop recording now, and I'll just walk along this road and see if there's any way I can squeeze down and get next to the burn again. So bye for now.